The story of the companions of the cave. The righteous youth. Long ago, in a city ruled by a tyrannical, pagan king, often identified as Decius, a group of young noblemen lived in a society filled with idol worship and oppression. Unlike their people, these young men chose to believe in the one true God. They realized that worshipping idols made of stone was meaningless. They kept their faith secret at first to avoid the king's wrath, but eventually, their secret was discovered. The ultimatum and escape. When brought before the king, the youth stood firm. They boldly declared their faith, stating that they would never worship anyone other than the Creator of the heavens and the earth. The king, amused by their youth and nobility, gave them a few days to rethink their stance, warning them that execution awaited if they did not return to paganism. Seizing this brief window, the young men decided to flee the city to protect their faith. On their way out, a dog followed them, sticking by their side as a loyal protector. Seeking refuge in the cave. The youth found a hidden cave in the mountains. Exhausted and facing an uncertain future, they made a beautiful prayer to God. Our Lord, grant us from yourself mercy and prepare for us from our affair right guidance. Quran 18:10. God answered their prayers in a miraculous way. As soon as they lay down to rest, God cast a deep, heavy sleep over them and their dog, who sat guarding the entrance of the cave with his paws stretched out. To anyone passing by, the sight would have been terrifying. God preserved their bodies by turning them from side to side so the earth would not consume them, and the sunlight angled perfectly across the cave entrance to keep them warm without burning them. The Grand Awakening. The youth slept for 309 lunar years, 300 solar years. When they finally woke up, they had no idea how much time had passed. Feeling like they had only slept for a day or part of a day, they felt hungry and decided to send one of their companions back into the city to buy some pure food. They warned him to be extremely cautious and disguise himself so the king's men wouldn't recognize him. A completely changed world. When the young man entered the city, he was shocked. The landscape was different, the people looked unfamiliar, and the oppressive king was long gone. When he tried to pay for food using his ancient coins, the shopkeeper was stunned, thinking the young man had found a buried treasure. The news quickly spread, reaching the current ruler of the city. Unlike the tyrant of the past, this new ruler and his people were believers. The young man realized the truth. They had been asleep for centuries. God had preserved them as a living miracle to prove to the people of that era, who were actively debating the reality of the Day of Judgment and the resurrection of the physical body, that bringing the dead back to life is effortless for God. The conclusion. The townsfolk followed the young man back to the cave to see the miracle with their own eyes. After meeting the people and realizing their mission was complete, the youth peacefully passed away for good. The people of the city decided to honor their memory and their unwavering faith by building a house of worship, a masjid, over the entrance of the cave. Core lessons from the story. The power of faith, standing up for what is right, even when the entire society is against you. Trust in God, tawakkul when you take a step to protect your faith, God provides protection from sources you could never imagine. Certainty of resurrection. The story serves as a profound proof that life after death is an absolute reality.